Hello everyone, Mark here. Welcome back to my garage. Well, it's time for another bits and pieces. Had a load of things come in down here. Just some more bits that'll help me through the milling machine project and general projects in the future. Also, one of the things in here, hopefully going to be able, well, I hope to repair. It's a keyless Jacob's chuck. It's currently not working. Hopefully I can fix it. So I'll bring you over to the bench and take you through what goodies I've been able to get hold of this time. So first on the list is by Mitutoyo, and it is a set of calipers, dial calipers. These ones happen to be the Imperial variant, 8-inch range, and this is really nice because it actually comes complete with its instruction and care guide, including the recalibration guide as well, which is very, very nice. And as it turns out, actually I'm going to need to make use of the recalibration guide because it's not quite correct. It is out of spec according to its own literature. It's more than 10 thou past the zero when the jaws are shut, so it does need recalibrating, but it's in wonderful condition. The case is in good condition still as well. It still works perfectly fine and it's still accurate, but it's fully functional, but as you saw, when it goes back to zero, it's not actually at zero on the dial. And they say, Mitutoyo in the instructions say that if it's anything past 10 thou in each direction, it's out of spec and needs adjusting, so bring the needle back to zero again. As you saw, the instructions here do actually say how to do that, so that's a little project that I've got to do at some point, is make the tool to do that with, because it didn't come with the adjustment bar. So yeah, that's the first little item for this, my first little purchase, which is rather nice. Right, this is another dial indicator. I'm going to be swimming in dial indicators at this rate. But this one is a measures right the way down to 1/10 of a thousandth of an inch. So it is a really fine resolution one. Made by Verdict. Beautiful, beautiful dial. Truly wonderful. Does all work completely perfectly. Complete with its switch adjustment to switch it to the direction of travel on the actual needle here. I believe it's the star at last word where you can move this in either direction. It just goes from zero either way. But this one, you just turn a needle, a little dial on the back here, and as you move that across, then it allows this needle to move in a different direction, you see. This one obviously has its dovetails on it, all very nice, and comes with all the mounting gear with it as well, which is a very nice thing to see. The good thing is I do believe I can make use of the rest of some of these other fixtures for some of the ones that I'm missing on the other. So I don't know if you can read that, but as you can see, it does read down to 0001 thou. So very nice and in very, very good condition. The bezel moves very nicely. Wonderful. Truly wonderful. In these tins and box are something that I've been looking for ever since I bought my horizontal milling machine. They are spacers for the 1-inch arbor. Now I know I need to make a new arbor at some point, because I've discovered that is severely bent. However, if I make it 1 inch, which I was planning on doing anyway, I therefore now have shims and spacers for actually, if I wanted to do gang milling, for instance, or if I just need to move something to a different place that I don't have a spacer for. The beautiful thing is, though, in this tin, for instance, there is a micrometer spacer. Now these are quite rare and hard to find, at least in the UK anyway. And if you do find them, they are usually very expensive. So I am super grateful to Cracked Spanner for selling these to me. Thank you very much. Prompts to you, my friend. For a very, very good price. So I am certainly very pleased with them, because this one came in this tin, and then this one actually is in a proper case. This one is a slightly deeper one, as you can see. Has the same amount of has a more adjustment range to it, but it is, can't quite read the maker's markings that are on the back there. I don't know if you can, but there we go. There you go, guys. And as you can see, it is lockable and then completely adjustable, complete with the mark there to show where the dial is adjusting to. Camera won't focus. There you go. And that sits very nicely in its little case. It's missing its Allen key for the lock, but that's absolutely fine. I have millions and millions of Allen keys, so I don't need to worry about that. So that I am super, super duper happy with. This is a recent little project that I was able to finish in the shop. This is a dial indicator, ha ha ha, all surprise to no one, that, as far as I can tell from what I believe, was involved in a fire, a house fire. And it was completely jammed, and the needle itself, this was completely out of whack with the needle inside, and the spring was fully unwound. So I spent the best part of 3 hours dismantling it entirely and bringing it back to life, and now it works a treat. Absolutely flawlessly. It is measurement, it is a 1000th resolution. It says so up here, I don't know if you can quite read that. Light's shining a bit weird. But yeah, it's 1000th up there, so the dial's a bit, the actual glass is a bit dirty and scratched, which you'd expect for if it had been smoke damage during a fire. But it does work. The bezel does rotate completely freely. Undo the lock, the bezel rotates completely. I was able to rectify that issue. So that is very nice. I set it to there to be 0. My plan, quite possibly, is to turn this into a travel amount on one of my lathes, because obviously it's a full-length travel, so it'd be nice to be able to. It measures up to 500 thou range, according to the dial. There, if I can get this to line up correctly, line up. Yeah, there, somewhere around there that's 500 thou. I just need to make a tip for it, because obviously, as you can see, it is missing its tip. But I am truly happy that I've been able to repair this, because it's a nice little indicator, this. It's a John Bull indicator. No idea where that's from, or whether it's a well-known brand or an old brand or anything like that. But it's always nice to repair old things. Once again, thanks to Cracked Spanner, I was able to purchase a Jacobs keyless chuck. Now, it currently is non-functional. It's no matter how much you turn this, the jaws don't move. I'm not sure what's happened. So I think what I need to do is see if there's any way that this comes apart, and then figure out if I can repair it. So let me have a quick look in detail to see if I can figure out how this thing comes apart. From what I can tell, I haven't got a clue how it comes apart, or if it's even possible. But there is a slot head screw down in there, so let's start by taking that out and see if that is like some kind of lock collar on this back end, or if it's threaded or something. See if I can get this off. So there's the nice little screw there. No idea what thread that is. I'll tell you what, let's grab my thread pitch gauge and find out. There we are, thread pitch gauge. Let's see if I can fathom this out. I doubt it'll be metric. So let's see if I can fathom out what TPI it is, if it is imperial. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be a metric one, which would be a bonus. So that's 26 TPI. That doesn't fit. What's this one? So that's 32 TPI. Doesn't fit either. 36. Ooh, 36. Right, sorry guys, that was out of frame. 36 TPI locks in perfectly. So it's 36. So it's... I have no idea what that is in fractions, but it's that size by 36 threads per inch. When I went to school, and well, it still is when I went to school at this point because it hasn't changed, I learned the metric system in school. The imperial system, I learned what I know from my granddad. And bless him, I'm forever grateful for that, but sadly I didn't learn everything from him that I needed to know. Right, let's see if I can figure out how this comes off, because I haven't got a clue. Right, it's not threaded on, it looks like it's maybe just a press fit on there, so I might just need to lever this off carefully somehow, or press out on the centre here. Let me figure this out and I'll bring you back once I've taken this ring off. So, got the collar off, and I literally just put a wedge in there, just spread it enough then to be able to just slide off the end. As far as I can tell, I don't need that at the moment. I have no idea how this works. There is some kind of plunger or something down the back there, I don't know if you can see it. But that looks to be an awful long way back inside this ball. So I'm wondering if it's a thread that's just gone all the way past the end of its thread and it just won't return. So I'm going to have a go at seeing if I can press that in while screwing it in one direction, see if that fixes it in some way. Be nice to know if it does work or not. So I've done a bit of research, and in theory this bit should just screw off the back here to enable me to dismantle this. So let's see. I'm going to clamp it in the vice because that's basically all I can do. That went on the floor, I didn't mean to do that. Let's pop this in here. Get that nice and locked up in there. I want that to be decently tight. And then grab my channel locks. It's all I've got. Needs to be a decent size. There we go. Now in theory this should just unscrew off here. So let me grab that and... Oh, you get... Oh, no chance. All I'm doing is scraping up the surface. Oh, you get... Come on, you bugger. Oh, not a chance in hell. Bloody hell. What? I know they probably used some thread lock, but Jesus, that's a tight fit. Something tells me this ain't coming apart. Bloody hell. Looks like this may be a scrap one after all, because no matter what I try, that won't do up, it won't change, it won't do anything. I'm beginning to suspect what's happened is these wedges have dropped right off the teeth at the bottom and somehow got jammed, and that's meant now that they just won't re-engage again. And sadly, if I can't break this apart to get in there to dismantle it and knock the wedges back out again, it's grade 1 scrapbinium now, sadly, which is a real shame, because these actual genuine Jacobs chucks are quite the expensive rare find. Bagger! I'm either going to have to see if anyone in the comments down below can leave me an idea as to how these come apart or how to fix one. If not, then Mr. Scrapman will get some more stuff to weigh in, methinks. Well, sadly, couldn't fix that keyless chuck this time. As I said, if any of you do have any suggestions as to either how it can be repaired or if it can't be, where I could maybe pick up another one for reasonably cheap that does work, please do leave it down in the comments below. That's it for this episode of Bits and Pieces. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Please, if you like it, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked this video and you want to see more videos from me in the future, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking that little bell symbol as well. That always helps that. I don't want to risk you missing any of my videos. Thank you very much once again, people, and I will see you next time. Cheerio.